come back into that game. So I think if Empire have a strong start, do well in this lane phase early on, I think they've got a real big shot at this win here. I'm going to say SK for the win, though. Just saying.
Just saying. But yes.
I'm really looking forward to see what Empire brings to the table, and hopefully they can pull off a bit of an upset for their fans.
So let's give a quick roster rundown. Roster rundown. God, that's going back a few years, isn't it? For SK, it is going to be Nif on Janna, Snoopy in the jungle on. Get his name right in a minute. Nocturne. Ezreal is going to be Candy Panda, despite the fact it says Poo Monster. Mama is going to be up the top on Gangplank, and in the middle will be Ocelot on Xerath. For Empire, it's going to be Alex Ish. I'm not too sure whether he's going to be top or mid. I would guess mid, but you never know. And we're going to have a 5-man engagement. No, they're going to back away and just catch Snoopy with the bindings. For Empire, it's going to be Diamond on Lee Sin. Gosu on Sona, Darian on Wukong, and Genja on Urgot. How this is going to play out, I do not know, but SK are clear favourites. Empire have knocked out quite a few people en route here. However, they did actually get knocked down in the very first round of the winner bracket by Guru, who SK have already beaten. So, whether that's an omen or not is another matter. And Ocelot, does he realise there's two in that bush? Is he going to go that way? I would guess not, because he's probably just going to pull for Snoopy and back away in a sec.
Minions have spawned.
Well, we still have Alexish and Darian in this middle bush, and Ocelot needs to be a little bit. Alexish
showed
actually
himself
just
impatient
stepped out of the bush there. He's like back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, left. Damn it. I've showed myself. But actually, they're going to move in here. Darian and Alexish
down the bottom
are
as well.
In this bush. Down the bottom, we do see a bit of pressure from both teams, and here we go. Ocelot is there. Is he going to go into the bush? They're going to get the binding on him. This is surely first blood. He's flashed away, but he's got an ignite on him. Can we get Darian in there? Ocelot is going to survive that first blood attack. Snoopy needs to be careful. He's used Smite, though. That will give him the blue, and now he's going to try and get himself away from Diamond, which should work out. Actually, will land the Q there, but not enough damage, and SK can think themselves a little bit
as well
for that one.
Yeah, down the bottom as well. Genja engaging on the Candy Panda there and having a poke back and forward while the golems are going on there. Got away with 20 hit points there. Very lucky indeed. Flash used though, but he did get away with it. There was a couple of flashes used by the opposition as well, I saw. It was Wukong trying to get in there, but the rest of the team did not bother following. So he got away with it. And early exchanges, but nobody going down. Diamond taking down those golems. I think the golems were actually picked up by SK down the bottom. I was trying to watch it. I can still see them marked on the map though, so I've not got full vision. Let's have a look at... No, I can't see it. The fog of war. Turn that off a minute. There we go. Let's have a quick look at them. They're still there, yeah. So it's F, isn't it? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, up at top we're getting a gank coming in onto Momo. Let's see how this one goes. And actually he tries to get away there. He does actually get... No, not quite away into the turret. He did drop his ignite onto Diamond, onto the Lee Sin. That didn't work out either. He got out of tower range before anything could be done. And the first blood does, anyway, go over to Empire. A great start for the Russian team. They're probably feeling a little bit annoyed that they're not 2-0 up in kills at this stage, but first blood is first blood nonetheless, and that's something to be happy about at this early stage in a best of 3.
Yeah, in this early stage they are 1k ahead in gold because of it, so they are putting the pressure on down the bottom as well. So Candy Panda not getting as free reign that he had, and Genja instead actually getting the lock on there. Will he follow it through? Yes, he will do, but he'll take a tower hit for the joy of it. So let's have a look towards Ocelot. Ocelot obviously being beaten away from lane early on. He's going to have a few problems with his Alex Itch in the middle there on Morgana. He's going to be well aware of Morgana, but you know, he's going to thank himself lucky for really just surviving that start. But I'm intrigued down the bottom here. The early pressure from Urgot, he is very strong in the early levels, and he is keeping them well away, right behind the tower, having to play very defensive here. Candy Panda and Nif, a complete role reversal of how they were in the last game. They need to get their heads back into it. Obviously they're not on easy mode anymore, and they are back in the competition. Diamond has picked up the blue buff and is working his way towards the Wraith, so keep an eye on that because Snoopy is down at golems at the moment. So Diamond is going to go in and steal them Wraiths. No, he's decided to turn, and is he going to try... No, he was looking for Snoopy, isn't he? He's looking for Snoopy. Snoopy just so happened to have gone towards there. They are going to steal the Wraiths now. Alexic in there with him, going to put the pull down. Say thank you very much. Snoopy is going on towards the red. Now, if only Diamond was having a look, surely he just saw it. He must have just in the queue there coming around. He's going to come around the back side of Snoopy. Snoopy is not aware of it. Look at that, just sat ready and waiting. Snoopy is surely going to get caught out here. It's going to bide his time. Now he comes in there. Yes, he will. They managed to catch him out, and that's going to be a kill for Diamond, and he's going to take the red buff. Very nice start here from Empire.
SK are not ready for this. It really looks like they're caught out completely. We do have Candy Panda back in lane. Genja just going a little bit low there. Obviously, he does have this constant early level heal, which is going to benefit him over Ezreal in that early game situation. But we'll see how that all develops. Inside of the middle, Ocelot actually taking some pressure. And actually, he's going to get the Dark Bindings plus the soil down onto him. And he's really, really low. The Ignite obviously was in there as well. And Empire, they are playing absolutely amazingly in this early game. And you know, we went to China and everyone wrote off the Chinese teams, but I think a different play style can really catch out some of these European West teams that are maybe not quite so familiar with how the Russians are going to come into this one and differently play it.
Well, and let's not forget, in the Dota, the Russian teams are very strong. Meanwhile, at the top there, you can see Darian also pushing Mama, so all three lanes are being hard pressed. However, Candy Panda has sort of regained dominance of lane that you'd kind of expect down the bottom here. I think they might back off and buy. No, he has been aboard. He's got himself a second Doran's, whereas I don't think Urgot has been anywhere yet. No, he hasn't, so he's just got that armor. But at the moment, Diamond is doing a fantastic job on Lee Sin. Has those 2 kills and is working very, very well, and that's not what you want. You don't want the opposition jungler to doing a great job, let alone countering your own jungler. And look, Snoopy's not really got a lot to kill. He's going around going, it's all been kind of cleared out. My golems are just about respawned, so he's going to take them. And there's no ganking opportunities either. Look at the lanes. So obviously, Candy Panda's got it pushed right down the bottom there. Clairvoyance, and that's Howling Gale's going to stop any push that Urgot maybe had thoughts here. Looking at the top, you can see Darian is back there, and he's also got Diamond just with him in the bush. And Darian, well, he's not really pushing the lane, but he's not really got much choice. Mama's playing very defensive here.
Yeah, and rightly so here from Mama. The question is, does Mama know that Diamond's there? I mean, he's got double buff at the moment, and if Mama gets caught out of position, this could be very dangerous. And look, he's playing right behind those minion lines, as Darian will go back there as well. Darian is level 6 now, so he can get the ulti off and knock Mama up in the air if, you know, if he can get close enough, which he should be able to do when he slides in there with his E. But we'll see how this all works out. So far, Mama not overextending himself, but Darian is playing this perfectly. There we go. There goes the ulti. They're going to slide in with
nice.
Diamond as well. Ultimate, Ignite is on him as well. Here comes the Diamond. He put down Darian. Also going very, very low. The Ignite was there.
Kicked him out of it.
High five to Mama for getting out of that one.
No, he got kicked out of it by Diamond. Diamond kicked him away. I think he was expecting it to finish off, and instead it kicked him away, and he survived. So they're going to be kind of kicking themselves, literally, for that. So Diamond, despite all the patience, has had to go back. You notice he put a ward down as well so he could go to it, because he didn't quite get the Q to it. So instead he threw the ward down and used his shield to get straight there so he could close the gap, because the Q had missed. So very quick reactions there from Diamond. Very nicely played there. So back down the bottom, Genja has returned, but he's got to be careful. He's on his own. Sona not quite caught up yet, and that's going to be a little bit of damage onto him now. Now he's got support of Sona, and that's immediately Candy Panda backs away. He's going to be using the ulti on towards Nif there, going to get exhausted straight away, and instead they're going to turn around and target on Genja. Now the exhaust used onto him, but Candy Panda, Nif is going to get away with it. No, he will not, and that is another kill. Oh, and now the ulti onto Candy Panda going down as well. Good lord, this is 4-0, and now the rest of Empire closing on the blue buff towards Snoopy there. They go straight in there. Snoopy is going to get away, I think. No, he will not, because Diamond goes diving in. He's had to use his flash up on towards the turret, I think, and now he's used his ulti to try and escape it, and he's going to get away on 70 hit points. But the rest of the team, will they come around? Will they dive him? They are tempted, but instead they're going to just steal the blue buff, and Empire are on their game here.
They are looking absolutely amazing. Can't take anything away from them at this stage. They're doing great, and that blue buff will go over to Alexish, and he's just going to go sit in mid lane and say thank you very much. That's going to be annoying now, Zareth. And Ocelot does get himself back home. Actually, Diamond's coming in from behind him. He's taking a ton of turret damage. Actually, did get his Q off, but realised not going to be wise to stick around in and amongst all that lot. So let's give a rundown of the kills at this point. So obviously it's 4-0. It's 2-0-0 for Diamond, the jungler on Leigh Sin. 1-0-1 for that powerhouse that is Sona down in the bottom. 0-0-1 for the Wukong and 1-0-1 for Urgot. And we talked about the dream start in the last game, which obviously was a little bit more dreamy, let's call it. But this is not that far behind. It's 10 minutes, 4-0, almost 3k in gold. It doesn't get much better at a start than, you know, against a team like SK than this.
No, actually, and more to the point, they have taken down the pairing down the bottom have taken down Candy Panda and Nif, which is really what they wanted. Genja and Gosu, they could not hope for more, and once you can take that AD carry away, it's going to put him quite far behind. 55 CS to 70 CS, so Candy Panda is 15 CS behind at the moment. There's quite a few pings going down at the moment. I'm just trying to see what that is. I think they're hoping for Snoopy to come around into the bottom bush, is what they're aiming for. Clairvoyance has gone down. Gosu is going to push in. They're going to need to be careful because Genja did manage to catch the ulti on towards Nif earlier, so they're not afraid to go for the support rather than the AD carry. Any kill's a kill. Looking up towards the blue buff, and Diamond has picked up toward the blue buff. Remember, obviously they've already given it to Alex each, which was the their own blue buff of SK, so they've invaded and taken that one. Let's have a look towards the top. Darian is on 69 CS to 62, so pretty even between those two. Xerath trying to put a bit of damage down towards Alex each there, but Ocelot only on 55 CS to 88 of Morgana, so Morgana with a rather sizable lead there at the moment. Obviously, of course, Ocelot escaping early on, but Joe, there's a nearly a 3k gold advantage. We are coming up to 12 minutes in the game, and it's looking like a dragon will be due soon. Yeah, I can see Leigh Sin manoeuvring for position.
Yeah, and the pings have gone down here for Empire as well, and once they've cleared out this little minion line, oh, it's a perfect time. Candy Panda is actually at home, as there is a ward there, but we'll see how that, I mean, what can they do against it? There are 3 already there, and look how fast it's gone down. Easy stuff, and there is, well, that 4k gold advantage that you were just talking about is now in place. Great stuff from Empire, still 4-0 in terms of the kills. They keep forcing the Ezreal to go back. Candy Panda is currently double Doran's blade. Berserker Greaves are in position, and he's just constantly getting damaged. No problem whatsoever is Genja having. Look, he's not even lost any HP. They're going to dive in on the middle though. Onto Alexis. Is that fear going to proc? No, and he gets the perfect dark binding down. And Alexis is going to walk away from that one without going out of the fight. Amazingly done again from Empire to get away from that that 2-man push that was on him. Brilliant. Just brilliant from the Russian side.
They are performing very well so far, and SK yet to claim any more victims at all, and Genja's just putting the pressure down. Very good choice so far, but the problem is Urgot will fade away later on in the game, so he has to put his pressure down and his dominance down, and he is doing that. Look at it, he's on his own here. Sun is just above, just staying away, and Genja's just actually trying to stay away from the experience, so Genja can get all the experience, all the levels, and try and put the damage down, and he's just forcing Candy Panda away from the CS here. Quite happily picking it up. He's going to surely land it on him again. Yes, he will do. Look at that. Candy Panda having to zip away once again, having to use his skills to try and dodge it away from it. And Genja's just in control of this lane. There's no doubt about it. He's got that brutalizer, he's got the mana, he's got no issues. And that is just perfect support. He's just staying out of the way. He's got absolutely no need to be in lane, and there's nothing they can do about it, there seems to be. Snoopy is going to come in. Did they realise he's away? I mean, they've also got the Sona ulti there. I think they thought that Sona wasn't there. But look at that, Candy Panda taken down very low. Where is Leigh Sin going? That's the question. Looking like it's another jungle invade.
Yeah, Leigh Sin is in and amongst that. We have to be real careful. Except at the top, Moma is going to go down low as well. Oh, not quite getting in range there. Was Darian with that Wukong. He's going to back himself away from everything. And there goes the ultimate down from Ezreal. That's kind of a, okay, I'm going home. Latch dish to 10, but Diamond is actually there. If they spot that he's going home, too late for that one. Unlucky for Empire. could have possibly dove in there onto that Ezreal. But we see that, you know, Genja is level 9. I think, yeah, level 8 is Candy Panda, but he's only just turned level 8. And Genja is halfway up to level 10, so sizable experience lead as well there.
But look at the ward placements as well. I mean, look, they've got a ward on the golem there. So they've complete control. They can see what they're doing. The jungler Diamond is doing a fantastic job against Snoopy, who only earlier on we were singing his praises about being a top jungler, and oh, that was close. Snoopy just going down to put a ward down with Diamond and Alex both there, looking at down towards the bottom. You can see they are pushing forward. Kosu is well out of position. Could easily pop his ulti across them here, and Candy Panda needs to be careful. He could if he gets caught behind him, Genja could also just switch it over, just get the lock on, and forces him away from the. And look at that, he's zoned out. Candy Panda is being zoned out here by Urgot.
Yeah, really, I'm so impressed with Empire right now. I can't really sing their praises high enough. Gosu playing the aggressive role, to be honest, with that support. He's been in the bush constantly, and he's actually pretty damn healthy as well. He's obviously got the Heart of Gold in there as well. And he's done so much damage to Candy Panda, and Candy Panda missing a few skill shots here and there. It's going to cost them coming later on into this game. I mean, if we look at the CS, for Ezreal 76, for Urgot 123. That's a massive amount, not something that you see so often. We now have Snoopy, though, in and around this bush, which, you know, there's no ward in there. That could prove a little bit fatal here for Empire, but look, they've backed away. Or at least they were starting to back away. Genja is still hanging around in that position. But I'm not sure they're going to go falling for it. Actually, Xerath is coming in here as well. There goes the ultimate, diving in onto Gosu. The switch actually starts to come in. I'm not sure that SK are going to survive this one so well. Empire starting to work out. In fact, Genja has flashed aggressively forward. Oh, and he just got caught right with the ending there. I'm pretty sure it was the last second or so of that Howling Gale. And they're now going to try and push in with Alexish. Candy Panda has to be very, very careful. But look how Alexish is forcing them away here. That's already a victory in himself that he's pushing them away. And he's going to meet Snoopy. Sticks on the shield. Is he going to be able to catch up to Snoopy? And he's waiting here to drop that Dark Binding. Oh, and in the end, he actually misses it. But job done there from Alexis. That's all he needed to do. He's forced those guys to move away from that bottom tunnel, turret. And Empire have taken it down. Yeah, still no kill for SK.
No, and it's actually screamed a little bit of desperation from there, the way Ocelot went in, and then Snoopy diving in. Meanwhile, at the top there, you can see Darian actually going in, popping his ulti on towards Mama there. Mama's going to have to just back off a little bit. Didn't do a great deal of damage to him, but he's going to continue forcing the issue. And I think Darian's probably going to go back and buy after blowing just about everything towards Mama there. So, looking in towards the jungle, you can see Diamond. Oh, and Alex is flashing through, tried to pop his ulti as well, and now he's going to have to back away from it. Does manage to catch his Dark Binding down. He's been taken down very low. I think this might be the first kill for SK here. They will go for Alex. Alex does take Nif with him, but that will be finally the first kill. It's 6-1, and they are 6k behind in gold 18 minutes into this one. That is SK are 6k behind in gold. Wow.
Wasn't expecting this one, and
no.
Again, we saw the kill coming out, and even though he's died, even though Alexis has died there, he still managed to pick up a kill on the way out. And to be honest, it was Snoopy who picked up the kill for SK, so not even a guy who'd really want to get that kill in that situation, especially when it's a bit of a desperate one for them. And we've just seen, I'm not sure if Dragon was just cleared out, but there were a few of them hanging around there. Yeah. So Dragon's gone over to Empire as well. And they are just controlling this game. They're playing it very calm, not taking too many risks. The ward coverage is perfect from them. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, they warded the golems, for God's sake. That's how perfectly they've got this down. Yeah,
so top turret exchange. Mama does take that down. He's going to get Darian coming up now. Obviously, while he was gone taking down the Dragon, has got himself a phage now completed. And he's got a chain vest in there, brutalizer he had earlier on. Mama's going to port back, has got the wriggles. What will he get with it? We'll find out. He's going to get a Giant's Belt, so a big chunk of gold used there, and a regen pendant. Regrowth Pendant, sorry. So go for the Warmogs. BF Sword now on Urgot down the bottom here, and a Glacial Shroud, so tanky and damage. That shows the gold advantage that he's had, whereas a Sheen with those double Dorans and Berserker Greaves for Candy Panda. Snoopy has got himself the Wriggles as well, so we have got double Wriggles at the moment on SK. And let's not count them out. It is only the lane phase. Things can turn around. Oh, look at that. They've ulted straight on towards Candy Panda. Candy Panda got a double ulti on him. In fact, he's going to get away with this one. Instead, Snoopy is going to come in support there. Genja has been fear proc. They're going to continue diving on towards Candy Panda. That could well be the death of him. Gosu might get a kill here. No, he will not. Instead, they're going to turn around on Snoopy. Snoopy's going to go down instead. Wow. 2v3. And Empire have come out not only on top, but at least over half health compared to the rest of SK, who are all very low. That is just backfired. Meanwhile, Xerath does go down to Alex. This is just going so wrong. This, we're just seeing SK having everything go right for them. It is all going wrong for them in this game.
Yeah, and overconfidence maybe, but I don't want to really focus on how badly maybe SK have played in this one. I want to focus on how well we've seen Empire play. They've been so great in this game. I mean, let's take that last fight, for example. We saw the switcheroo coming in from Urgot, the ulti coming out, and then Sona just puts the one across. They almost took down Candy Panda as well. Okay, not quite, but then they turn around in a 3-on-2 situation and we're still racking up kills, and they barely lost like 70% health between them. Really amazing play from these two on the bottom lane. And we currently have a 3-0-1 Urgot, 2-0-2 Lee Sin, 2-1-0 on Morgana, and just the one kill over for SK, and that lies with the jungler. It's not looking good for SK at all.
It is not looking good. Remember, this is a best of 3 though, so even if they do lose this one, they still have 2 more games to come back. They will not want it that way though. It would make for a long night of gaming for SK. They have played all the way through these rounds. They've not had a break whatsoever either, so they will be having to test their concentration levels if they were to take it to a best of 3. Of course, I'm not saying Empire have won this game yet. They are 8k gold ahead, which is a pretty huge gap, but it is not unattainable. So Ocelot on Xerath. The first time we've seen Xerath today is only on 0-2-1. Not had that much fun, but a lot of that play early on has been down to Diamond. Diamond has played very well on Lee Sin. I think we're going to see Lee Sin banned in the next game, almost certainly. Here we go, pushing on towards the top turret. That is going to go down. It has been given up by SK. So again, another turret down. So that is 2 for 1 so far, which is not that much of a difference, but when you look at how the items and how things have been going, you can already see Azonia's Hourglass on Morgana. So popping, and he managed to land his dart bindings on Mama. I don't think he was expecting to, but they are stacking up for a Baron here. Yes, they might be going for it, Joe.
It's 22 minutes. I mean, it's not unheard of to go for
bottom turret, maybe Candy Panda. Yeah, he's going to get that bottom turret.
Yeah, that's an easy one for him. And they're actually pinging here to go in for Baron now that they know that Candy Panda is down there. Makes sense. AD carry is out of the situation completely. Won't be able to get himself over quick enough. SK are starting to sniff around, and actually Empire have backed 2 guys a little bit away from this one. Are they going to commit to going for the fight? Are they going to stick on Baron? No, they start to go back a little bit, clearing out these wards that little bit more. They're still hanging in there on Baron, still taking damage from both sides, which is a big problem for Empire at this point, and they've decided it's not worth it. They can't take that Baron at this point of the game. Look at the wards here on this corner bush, and there's one there. Wards all over in that place, in that area for Empire. They're now invading the southern side of the jungle. Red buff is going to be going over most probably here to Genja as the clairvoyance goes down. SK know is there. Question is, what can they do?
Oh, they stole it.
He stole it.
Very nicely done from Candy Panda. They're stealing it with the ulti there across the red buff. If you can't take it with him, then I'm going to use the ulti to get it. It's a pretty quick cooldown as well, that ulti as well. So not exactly wasting it, but Diamond clears out the golems. An ulti used on towards Mama there. Mama, oh wow, missing the dart bindings there though. That's not going to work out too well, and now that's going to be Mama getting away with that one. Xerath comes in to help out. Has popped his ulti. He's just going to flash away from that one. So 2 ultis used there, but them dart bindings really should have landed there from Alex. Don't know how he managed to miss it when there's the ulti coming directly into that position. Warmox now has been completed by Mama. I'm still not so sure about Mama playing Gangplank, you know. I've yet to be overly impressed by him, but he has got the CS, there's no doubt about that. 168 to Wukong's 187. So Wukong with the slight advantage in there. Wukong now got himself a Sheen as well. Look towards Candy Panda. Candy Panda's doing what Candy Panda does best. He is pushing and farming those lanes. He's clearing them out. He's got himself a nice wave there. And he's actually detracted away the whole team. Meanwhile, the rest of SK try and gather up for this dragon that's been pulled out by Diamond. This would be the third dragon in a row if Empire was to pick it up. Ocelot's charging himself up, ready and waiting to try and get the steal. There we go. Tries to go for it. Doesn't happen. Empire get the dragon. But the top turret is being pushed by Candy Panda. Now the call goes out and says, no, they're coming for you now. Back off.
Yeah, and Candy Panda wisely getting himself away. Actually, Genji's just going to say thank you very much. I'll take this free farm like I needed it anyway. He's up actually the most in... Oh, not quite the most in game. Wukong's the most in the game right now. Up at 198. Got himself Sheen, got himself Phage, working up nicely to Trinity Force there. He also got the Brutalizer, plus the Ionian Boost of Lucidity as well. So he's going for some nice cooldowns here. And we'll see how this Wukong really progresses in this game. He is 0-0-1, yet to register the kill, of course, but he's played very solidly up in this top lane. You know, MoMA, I'd say, had a lot of problems with him in that top lane.
They have had a lot of problems, and of course it was down to Leigh coming in to interrupt him and causing those problems. Shireli's Reverie now on Sona. Sona and Urgot have been very impressed with down the bottom there. The question is, can they keep up the pressure, Empire? They've got to be careful that they don't step their foot off the gas. They are 9k ahead in the gold, which is a great advantage. They're pinging the Baron here. So I think they might go for it. They're going to try and cut off Mama here. I think he might get away with it. They have probably got a couple of ultis, but I think he's going to be able to escape it. He does pop his ulti, pulls him in towards there. Mama puts down his ulti. He's got Nif in support. I think he's going to walk away from this one quite happily. Diamond does come around there, actually taking turn Demons from the tower. Wow! Diff got destroyed by Diamond there. I was not expecting that. I don't think he was expecting it either. Meanwhile, Ocelot does go down as well. Alex is coming around towards that. Snoopy is just about going to get away from the Dark Bindings there. And now they're going to go for Baron, I think. I think that's almost a given. Sona did go down there in that exchange, but Joe, this is truly unexpected. Oh, Mama's been caught out here by Alex. Alex is going to go in there. Looks like Damian's going to come in as well, and Leigh joins the party. There's thank you very much. We'll have another kill, and we'll get ourselves a free Baron. Candy Panda's doing what he can and just pushing the towers. I'm not sure. I think Genji's actually going to come around behind him while the rest of them go for that. Yes, he will do. So Genji's going to keep going down the bottom. They are on the Baron right now, so it's a 3-man on the Baron, and just pushing Candy Panda away from that turret. Doesn't need to pursue. He needs to be careful that Snoopy, the rest of SK have caught back in there. They've gone in towards Snoopy there. Now Snoopy's going to get dived on by Darian. Meanwhile, you can see Diamond is trying to keep that down. Oh, wow! That's just a rampage now. And the Baron will go down. It's still being kept alive while the SK come back one by one. Oh, Genji's gone all too aggressive. He's going to get caught out. Still alive, just about. Will get taken down. And now Ocelot's been caught by the Sona ulti. Baron buff has been picked up. So that was really, Genji should not have gone too aggressive there. But Alex Inch will take down Ocelot. Candy Panda is trying to get away. It's actually Sona that's chasing him. This is just pure comedy. I mean, Empire are doing superb here. They're 12k heading gold. They have the Baron buff. And I'm in awe of Diamond at the moment. He's playing a brilliant Leigh Sin.
Oh, and he's going to jump in there again. And they're so scared when he starts to move in towards them. And you can see why. You saw how he obliterated Janna a little bit earlier on. And I don't think Janna was quite expecting the burst damage that came out from Leigh Sin in a matter in a split second, to be honest. And Empire now backing away. They're going to be pushing into this inner turret, which is no real surprise. Diamond just walks straight through, not even waiting for minions or anything to come around. And as we see SK starting to move in to defend that one, Empire decide, okay, let's not push there. MoMA needs to be a little bit careful not to be taken out of position here. Empire are going to mop up inside of the SK jungle, taking this red buff for someone. Maybe we'll end up just going over to Leigh Sin, or maybe probably to Urgot as he comes in. No, Leigh Sin will have it. And another quick point here. Look at the map. Look at the wards that Empire have got down. They can see everything right now.
They've just stuck 2 down in the bottom lane for some reason. They are very, very ward happy, and they've meant to take down the inner turret. You know, I'm going to call it right now. I mean, SK are going to lose this one, Empire are going to come back in, but I think we're going to see a very quick turnaround. They are not going to want much of a break here, I don't think, SK. They are going to be pretty peeved. It's going to be how they handle it afterwards. They can't go in too aggressive. It could backfire on them. Lee Sin's going to get banned, that's no doubt about that. Morgana has been banned most of the games. I don't know whether they were quite expecting how Morgana's played. This is the first time I've seen Morgana getting a very high score in these tournaments. 6-1-0, doing very well. And you know what? I think someone that's going to be really annoyed more than most is going to be Ocelot, because he's managed to get Xerath and it's just not working out for him. 0-4-3, has got himself the AP, but it's just things have just been snowballing against them. But Empire, they have got this Baron buff. They don't want to waste it. They want to try possibly to take down a base turret here. They can't just let SK sit and farm. They are 13k ahead in gold though.
Yeah, this is just a dominant performance.
Look at the wards. He's got 7 wards on him.
Yeah. Because the bottom side is full of wards, but we need 7 to cover the top side.
There he goes, look.
Bit more left in the tri-bush, please. Probably one on the ramp here. No? Okay. Yeah. But still, you look at the vision and it's just ridiculous, actually. This is just top-notch, everything's going right performance for Empire. Not sure really where to single things out for SK. Is it a bad performance for them? Have Empire really outplayed them completely? You can't say that 100% in some of these games. I mean, Empire just got off to a great start. SK didn't really seem to get into things, and certainly not early enough. So we'll see how they come into the second game. Possibly we see a turnaround in this one. If Empire dawdle around and don't really push in there, that could work in SK's favour if they can't shut this game out. But the way they've done it so far, I can't see them not being able to shut out the game either.
Well, I mean, you look at this. Wow, look at that. Dart Bind just caught Candy Panda and took a big chunk of damage straight off him just from a single Dart Bind. Oh, I was about to go through the start of the game, but it's going to be diving on towards Gosu. Gosu pops his ulti on towards Snoopy. Snoopy is going to go down here. Candy Panda's gone down. Snoopy follows. The ulti from Gangplank is not going to catch anyone out, and Gosu survives. And I think that was the last throw of the dice from SK there. They were like, it's now or never. There is another phrase for that, but I can't use it on air. And instead, it is going to be Ocelot going down. Mama's going to get caught out now. All 5 of them diving on towards him. They need to just go for the turret instead, but that's going to be Darian's ulti coming around. Mama goes down. It's a 4 for nothing. 4 for 1, sorry. Darian did go down, diving on towards the tower there, and they will take down this base turret and the inhibitor. Really, really well played by Empire. But what I was trying to say at the start, it actually started in the picks. I mean, Urgot was a very good counter pick to Candy Panda's choice of Ezreal. Now, whether he picked Ezreal purely for the fact that he just had fun with him and did very well in the last game, or whether there was a bit more theory in it there, I don't know. But I think normally we would have seen him going for, say, a Tristana or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah. It's just not worked out for them regardless. And it's Genja that's actually played Gary and Urgot very well. You do not see Candy Panda and Nif getting manhandled as badly as they did down the bottom. On top of that, Diamond obviously got the counter jungle and actually killed Snoopy in the jungle quite early on with that aggressive counter jungling. So there was quite a few things that went in favour of Empire, which is why it snowballed so badly.
Yeah, and we can't forget that it is best of 3. SK still have that opportunity to come back into the game. As you mentioned, the bans are going to be very different in the next game. If we look back to the bans in this one, SK banned Irelia, Udyr and Kassadin. Now, Empire banned Kog'Maw, Karthus and Graves. Next time, we'll probably see Lee Sin taken out of it, whether that goes to Snoopy. I can't really say that Snoopy's played that well with Leigh in the past. Maybe I'm overlooking some games on tournaments that we've watched, but I'm quite sure that Leigh is definitely not one of his favourite choices when it comes to that jungle pickup. So I think that'll probably go out as a ban rather than some kind of counter pick for SK. But we are seeing now Empire moving their way in. Urgot may find himself banned out there as well. Nif will probably want to have Sona on his under control for the next one. So yeah, it's going to be a very different game too.
Yeah, I think it will be. And part of me actually thinks when you look at those bans, you talk about the AD carries. Look at that, Ghost has managed to get the ulti across the entire team while Empire just pick up the blue buff. They're going to go straight towards Ocelot there. Ocelot being picked off. Nif also taken very low. I think Diamond's going to go diving onto him. Ghost will finally go down, but really that's just a pick-me-up as it were, as Mama being targeted at the moment. Diamond in there. Will he go for Candy Panda? He's not too sure. He's spoiled for choice. Alex is going to pop his ulti. They managed to get out of the way of it. Mama did not. Mama will go down. And that is another 2-for-1 there from Empire. And they're going to push on towards the Nexus turrets. Snoopy's going to come diving in, try and do as much as he can. Get a kill on Darian. No, it won't, because instead he popped his ulti, spins a roo, and Urgot picks up the kill. Candy Panda now also going to go down. No, it's just about kicked away, but that's going to be the second Nexus turret going down, and well played. What I was going to say is part of me actually thinks that the overall bans to start with was actually targeted towards Urgot being picked by Empire, because like you say, they took out Graves, they took out Kog'Maw, so they immediately removed it and really gave him the choice of Ezreal, Corki or Caitlyn, which is not really being picked. So I think maybe it was a very good choice from Empire to start with. I don't know, I'm purely speculating, but really, really well played by Empire. SK now know they're going to have to raise the game to get to Kiev.
They have to raise the game. They're 1-0 behind. They have to win now 2 in a row. It's possible. We've seen Millennium do it to them. So SK know that they still have a chance.
Against all authorities.
What did I say? Millennium?
Millennium, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Get the right French organisation.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, Against All Authority did it to them. So SK certainly know how it feels to be in that position, but we'll have to find out. Quick run down the scores here. Candy Panda 221, Snoopy 250, Nif 033, Mama 140, Ocelot 065. For Empire, Gosu 229, Diamond 705, man of the match 100%, Alexis 715, Darian 018, that's also he played super strong Wukong, and Urgot 416. I threw that MVP man of the match out there instantly. You could probably argue against that as well. That bottom lane combo between Gosu and Genja was top notch there as well. So guys, we are going to be moving into the second game. We're not going to hang around here too long. I guess the players will want to get things started pretty quickly, so make sure you don't go anywhere. SK are 1-0 behind here in games, and if they lose one more from the next two, they're not going to be going to Kiev, and Empire will pull off what is definitely a shock victory here. We'll be back soon here on ESL TV.